Well, Matt, it's opening day defeat here against Tranmere Rovers. Just get your overall thoughts on that 90 minutes.
We're disappointed we've lost the game. I think that when we look at the balance of play and the balance of chances, we've got in behind them 3 times in the second half, and we haven't delivered correctly. We haven't made the right runs, but it's promising signs in terms of I thought Tyrese today was very good, very direct. At times I wanted him to be a little bit more so, but it's his first professional appearance, and you know, we are extremely disappointed we've lost the game. But the thing is that it's the first game of the season. There's 45 more league games, and when you look at it like that, of course we hope that we wouldn't have lost all 3 points today, and we hope that we'd come here and take something. But Tranmere finished 7th in the league last year. We've got a group of players who want and strive to get better. But I think when you look at the big moments in the game today, when we had them, we didn't take them. We had a great chance at the end there, and unfortunately this just didn't drop for us. But that's football, and I've said it before, I think it's a game in both boxes, and ironically they score a goal that I think we had enough chances to replicate.
I think the one thing you mentioned in our final pre-season game was the chance creation in the final third. 11 corners, you know, plenty of opportunities where Tyrese has gotten beyond his man but just failed to pull that ball back to somebody who was waiting there. It's just about finding that killer instinct, isn't it?
It's the finer details in football that shape whether you're successful or unsuccessful in reaching your aspirations for the season, and we've got plenty to work on. I'd like the players to be slightly braver in possession, but on the whole today, bar the result, I'm relatively pleased.
I think a word on the travelling fans. You and the entire squad went over there at the end. They were fantastic. It was just fantastic to be part of an atmosphere, wasn't it?
It's brilliant to see so many of our loyal Walsall fans here. From my perspective, obviously, wish we could have given them something to go home to be happy about, some points in the bag. But I've said it previously, we will need the fans as much as possible this year. I think you can see that the team are out there trying their best. Of course, every game there's going to be things that we want to improve on, but in terms of their vocal support, in terms of backing the lads, I thought was fantastic today. So from my point of view, I'm really excited for the next home game, and then obviously we go against Forest Green next weekend in the league. So yeah, lots to look forward to, and I thank them all for their support today.
And what is it you take out of this game? You know, there was plenty of positives, wasn't there, despite the result?
When you look at it, unfortunately we would have loved to have kept a clean sheet. So there's plenty of things to work on in terms of the middle of the pitch. I think at times we were slightly too expansive in possession when we turned the ball over, and we didn't get that first pass off. We rushed ever so slightly. But that's normal in these situations when you've got a group of players that are desperate for success. And you know, it's difficult today because there's a lot of emotion for the players on the pitch, and you look at the fans, they're desperate to try and do well for them, but they're also desperate to try and do well for each other. So I think we've got to use today as a learning curve for all of us, and hopefully next time the players go onto the pitch they relax a little bit more and make better decisions in possession.
And I think the one thing everyone's got to remember is that there were 9 debutants starting today, 2 in the starting 11 making it from last season. This is still a work in progress, isn't it?
Of course it is, but let's not use that as an excuse, all right? Now, I haven't used that as an excuse in there with the players, so I don't want to start doing that. I think that the main thing is that we're starting to get to know each other, or you know, those relationships are getting better on the pitch, but there's still loads to do. But as I say, as a group we've been together 6 weeks. We've got a 10-month season, another 45 games, and I can tell you now we'll be doing everything that we possibly can to put in positive performances to hopefully try and gain 3 points in the next league fixture.
And as with football, there's an opportunity around the corner again with Doncaster Rovers. You know, you'd be looking again to just try and get something positive out of that one. What
you want to do in football a lot of the time is try and build momentum. I think momentum comes from good performances. Momentum comes from scoring goals and winning games, and that's ultimately what we're going to try and do, because we've then got another tough home game against Forest Green in the league. But I must stress again, there was only 3 points on offer today. We'd have dearly loved to take them back down the M6 with us, but it wasn't meant to be. So therefore the players now have got to be professional in their approach to the game on Tuesday. There'll be opportunities, I'm sure, for players to stake a claim for the weekend, because we've got a competitive squad, we've got a group that are together, and now it's our job as staff to make sure that when they leave here, they're disappointed, but they're not down. Because Monday morning when we report for training, I want everybody buoyant. We've got to have that. I like the fact that at the moment they're hurting, but we've got another game, and that's a great thing about football. It's relentless. So now we've got another chance to we've got another chance to play the game on Tuesday and digest what's happened here today.